The Fortune 500, which ranks America's largest companies, has long been seen as a microcosm of US businesses at large. For that reason, the number of female chief executives on the list of those 500 companies is a closely watched statistic among those who track gender diversity in boardrooms across the country. In 2020, the number of women CEOs of Fortune 500 companies reached 37. It presented a bleak picture of women in business, as the number meant that women headed just 7.4% of the 500 businesses on the ranking. Nevertheless, this number is still notable because dash. So you have this data here from 98 to 2018. You have the number of female CEOs from 0 to 30, and then across the years you can see how many female CEOs were present. The graph clearly shows that, right? With 18, 19, 20 being the highest at 37. Take a look at the question. Which choice effectively uses data from the graph to complete the sentence? So you have to complete this sentence. It presented a bleak picture of women in business, as the number meant that women had just 7.4% of the 500 businesses on the ranking. So this was a bleak picture, but still you have nevertheless. So nevertheless, the number is still notable because dash. You need to give a positive reason for that. So let's take a look at the options one by one. The number of women CEOs has nearly doubled in the decade 2010 to 2020 from the previous decade. In 2016 and 2018, the number of women CEOs reduced from the previous year. Barring a few years, the number of women CEOs in Fortune 500 companies has been steadily increasing. Since 1998, this was the highest ever number of women that held the position of CEO in Fortune 500 companies. So the focus of the text clearly shows contradiction. So despite women heading only 7.5% of the 500 businesses, the number is a significant one. So we have to give a reason why the number is a significant one. So the information in the blank should clearly give us a reason for that number being a significant one. Take a look at the options. Option A, the number of women CEOs have nearly doubled in the decade 2010 to 2020 from the previous decade. C is again factually correct, but it's inappropriate because it clearly doesn't fit the context and it does not give the reason for why this 37 female CEOs, why it's a good number, right? So even though it's a small number, why is it a significant number? Why is it an important number? We're looking for a reason. Option A does not give that. A is eliminated. Moving on to option B. In 2016 and 2018, the number of women CEOs reduced from the previous year. Now B is again factually correct, but again it does not explain why these 37 women CEOs of the Fortune companies is a notable number. So B is eliminated. Moving on to option C. Barring a few years, the number of women CEOs in Fortune 500 companies has been increasing steadily. C, again, like the other two, is factually incorrect, but it does not give a logical reason to fill that blank to show that why 37 women CEOs are a significant number. So C is eliminated. Moving on to option D. Since 1998, this was the highest ever number of women that held the position of CEO in Fortune 500 companies. Now D is the right answer because this clearly fits the context of the most appropriate manner, right? And the given paragraph also states that 37, the focus of the text is 37 being a significant number, and option D clearly highlights that 37% was the highest ever number of women that held the position of the CEO. So this is really a significant one. So D can be kept on hold.